utmost respect and expectations for Josh Thomas.
We look at our tail of the tape, brought to you by Warbringer Southwest Bourbon. Are we going to get $500 too for reading this? Come on, let's go, Warbringer.
I'm going on strike.
They've been giving $500 bonuses. That's awesome. But height advantage, reach advantage for Omega level Josh Thomas. This is going to be a fun one. Both fighters are inside. Let's get our introductions.
I'll take $100 worth of whiskey.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next fight, brought to you by the Cock of the Walk, Warbringer Whiskey, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC Lightweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 151.8 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, his professional record stands at 3 wins, only 1 defeat. Here is El Bisonte, Kevin Rosas. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed in at 156.4 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, he holds a professional record of 2 wins, only 1 defeat. Here is Josh Omega Level Thomas. Your referee in charge, Dylan Turner.
All right, blue gloves for Rosas, Josh Thomas, red gloves. Thomas taking this fight on short notice, had a short camp, but he really wanted this opportunity, especially coming off a loss against Josh Motzinger back in September. You see a lot of good movement, and this is where Alex was telling us, like, he is ready and has looked good as Josh Thomas on the ground. So let's see what he has here, Michael.
Yeah, Josh Thomas, very big, very powerful, and has a great ground game. You see him sliding that. Are we going to see another anaconda choke here? Yeah, and I think Josh thinks that his route to victory here is on the ground, and you know, so far able to have his way with getting Kevin Rosas to the ground. And you know, these takedowns will wear on him. Kevin Rosas very used to this, though. I mean, he's has some of the highest caliber training partners in the country, so he'll be used to this.
There it is. Big slam. Getting the back of Rosas is Omega level.
Yeah, and here we go. You know, this is a bad spot for Kevin Rosas because they drill this over and over and over at Gracie Baja in the Woodlands. Got to slide that arm in over that gate hand. Rosas Jr. defending it perfectly.
A reversal there by Rosas.
Rosas on top now. Josh Thomas, even though short camp, still always stays in great shape. Very young, he's 23 years old. So I don't think the short camp's going to affect him much. But, I mean, no more than this pace is going to affect anybody that
he was actually competing at Submission Hunter Pro, which you can watch on UFC Fight Pass. And that's why Alex was like, how'd you feel? Felt good? Well, we got this offer. What do you think? And he's like, let's do it. And that's how this fight came to be on short notice. Joshua Aliman was scheduled to fight Kevin Rosas, but the superstar came down, got sick, couldn't do it. Hope to see Aliman back in the cage soon. Oh, some trouble here now for Omega level. Some blood coming out. I can't see from where, Michael. Looks like the nose of Rosas, maybe.
Yeah, I can't really tell yet. But Josh Thomas doing a good job of keeping that 2-on-1. Got to keep that arm straight. Got to keep that off the neck. And if you got to defend an arm, the gate arm is the one to defend. Very difficult to choke somebody if you can't pull that leverage on that gate arm.
It's going to be really important 140 here for Josh Thomas.
Yeah, you see Kevin Rosas not trying to blow his arms out. He's got that figure 4 body lock, which is pretty terrible to it's pretty terrible to be in.
Yeah.
Doesn't take a lot of strength to put a lot of squeeze on there.
It was actually a rear naked choke from Josh Motzinger that got the finish of Josh Thomas. So I know they already drill it, but he was definitely drilling this one. After losing that way, we'll see if he can execute what he's been practicing. Kevin Rosas now trying to take full advantage of this position.
Yeah, Kevin Rosas, it is his nose that's bleeding.
Ooh, sliding in, that left arm is in pretty deep. Josh Thomas gets out of it. Reloading is Rosas. Hand play.
Yeah, Josh got about 35 seconds to survive here. It's going to be really difficult to get out of that body lock when you're this close to the cage because you need that foot on the ground. So really difficult to turn him that way because he's using that leverage. His shoulders are up against the cage. It'll be very difficult to get out of that body lock. So he just needs to survive this, go to the second round, start over. Just make sure this position doesn't keep happening.
10 seconds. Josh Thomas looking like he's going to survive the round, still hitting some punches. And we will go to round 2. Good defense there for the last 2 minutes by Omega Level.
Yeah, and you got to wonder, how they're going to. The first half of the round was damage done by Josh Thomas and a few takedowns, and control time by Josh Thomas, and then the second half was, Kevin Rosas on the back of Josh Thomas, and probably very close a couple of times, but.
It was Josh Thomas who had the opportunity there for a second. And then Rosas gets the reversal. Worked into taking the back of Josh Thomas, putting that body lock in. And it was all defense there from Thomas to avoid getting choked once again. Let's see what round 2 has in store for us. Thank you for joining us on UFC Fight Pass. I'm Rahil Ramzanali with Michael Alexander. Alex Morono also on the call today, but in the corner of Josh Thomas right now, pulling a double duty, is the UFC veteran.
A nice combination there to a takedown for Josh Thomas.
Man, Josh Thomas looked really good with that striking. I wonder if he stayed on his feet there. What could happen?
Yeah, you see Alex wanting a little bit of ground and pound out of him while he's actively trying to pass. You got to keep those hips forward. You got to keep the weight forward. You got to keep that posture up. You got to keep a strong base underneath you in these situations, especially when somebody's not closing the guard. He's got to close now. But whenever they're open guard and they're just standing there or they're just sitting there, there's a lot of things that they can throw up really, really quick from there. Yeah, Kevin Rosas probably going to get the reversal. I thought he was going to take his back, but Josh Thomas doing a good job of just rolling. If he would have tried to resist it, Kevin Rosas probably would have taken his back again, which he does not want in this situation. Thomas trying to throw his legs up, maybe switch to a triangle or an arm bar. It's going to be very difficult to do that crowded to the cage.
Kevin Rosas, by the way, does have a rear naked choke win in that 3-1 record.
Yeah, and I can tell you, Kevin Rosas is much improved since the last time we saw him, and as good as he was, looking very, very sharp here. You know, he's been taken down a few times, but every single time kept his cool, was able to sweep Josh Thomas, and here he is working from the top again. But that's the name of the game, I guess, Raheel. Steady improvement, a little bit better every time you come out.
Halfway mark of the round and this fight. Not much happening. Just fighting for position is Rosas. There's a punch. There's another one.
And Josh trying to get out of that position. He wants to be able to align his body so that he can get square with Kevin Rosas to either start trying to get submissions or to be able to get to a position where he can get up.
Ground and pound, escapes for a second, reloads, does Kevin Rosas. Josh Thomas being very careful, can't expose that back. Don't want to deal with that choke once again. Trying to go to side is Rosas. Dealing with the knee of Josh Thomas now.
Yeah, Josh doing a good job of keeping that knee shield in. Rosas has passed it now, but Josh Thomas giving him his back, but he's got the leg hooked of Rosas, so he's not going to be able to get that far hook in. Won't be able to take the back from this position. Josh's got to be very careful. He's using the cage really well, keeping him on that side of his body, keeping that leg trap back into guard. Much safer position for Josh Thomas.
Definitely a slower round two. Not as many submission attempts. A lot of sitting in the guard of Josh Thomas for Rosas.
Yeah, and I guess we've been spoiled for the first half of the card tonight. Man, finish after finish after finish, and now we got a couple of rounds of groundwork here. It's not as slow as it seems. It's just the way tonight's gone. We're just not used to seeing it this slow, but Kevin Rosas on the top with the control positions, doing a good job passing out to the ground and pound. He won this round, didn't do a ton of damage. We'll just see how much in the third round, how fatigued Josh Thomas is, because I'm thinking he's in a position where he's got to come out and he's got to sell out here in the third round.
Josh Thomas, usually when he fights, there's this attitude, this pace that is Omega level. Now, round two, he wasn't able to find that, obviously. He was spent on the ground, but I want to go back to that opening sequence. Connected great with the stand-up, and then it went to the ground and just stalled out for Josh Thomas. So let's see if he keeps it standing just a little bit longer to start things out. Going to be hard, though, if Kevin Rosas connects with a big kick like that again.
Oh.
And see, there you go. A big right connects for Josh Thomas.
Oh, Josh Thomas, nice combination there. 2 uppercuts right to a left hook.
Oh, man, big kick there. I was wondering when Rosas was going to shoot.
Now Josh's got to get that leg in for that switch on that side. He's got to switch if he'll put that left arm inside the thigh of Kevin Rosas. He's flattening out to make sure he doesn't do it. Trying to isolate those legs, putting that left hip down. But the head's on the correct side for Looks like Rosas is trying that knee bar. Yeah, there, Josh, if he'll turn his palm the other way, reach in the inside of that leg, be able to gain some leverage. I was just trying to pick up Josh Thomas there. A little heavier than he thought.
Yeah. It's like, wait, this is a lightweight. Ooh, Rosas now climbing over.
Oh, here we go.
And now, this could be a moment for Josh Thomas. There's something to open up.
Yeah, he's got to capitalize on this, but Rosas has a Kimura grip here. Here goes Josh Thomas. See if he can do some damage from this position.
Sounds like Josh's corner is saying give space and box.
Yeah, and Kevin Rosas is going to let this stall a little bit if he can. You can see he's a little bit tired, but also, you know, he's winning probably the first 2 rounds, so he's going to let this stall. He's going to kind of drag this out, drag him into deep water, and I think Alex is right. I think he needs to make some space and box again, because he was very close to putting Kevin Rosas down at the beginning of this 3rd round.
Josh has to break free here with under 2:20 left now in this fight. He's gonna have to create some space. And if you're Rosas, you're doing exactly what you need to do to win this fight right now. It might not be the most exciting thing to watch, but that win is 2 minutes away. If you can stall any more attacks from Omega level. To his credit, Rosas is trying to advance, trying to improve his position.
And here we go from this topside half guard. The best ground and pound position in MMA from this position. Just got to keep crowding him. Don't let him make that space. Don't let him get you back into guard. And definitely don't let him sweep you. You see he's trying to get his hips higher than Josh Thomas's. Oh. Josh delivering some heavy punches there.
It's 120 to pull something out here. Does Josh Thomas.
Yeah, Josh has got to keep punching from here. He's got to dig deep and
there you go. Josh finally lets go. His corner was pleading with him to make some space.
Oh, nice left hand from Josh Thomas. Josh digging deep here.
"35 seconds left. We're nearing the end." Oh man, that was huge. That's what you could not do if you were Josh Thomas.
Now Josh fighting to keep that other hook out. Kevin Rosas has it now. 15 seconds left in the fight.
There's some good moments there on the feet for Josh Thomas, but it was Kevin Rosas throughout this fight stalling any momentum that Josh had. We go to the judges' scorecards, and Josh Thomas throwing up the middle finger at Kevin Rosas. I mean, we say this to every fighter. You had your time to settle it in the cage. That did not happen. We'll see how the judges scored this one. It's been a fun night of fights. We still have our co-main event coming up, our main event as well, as Otari Tanzalavi takes on Guillermo Torres in our main event. That's to come right here on UFC Fight Pass. And don't forget, we are back in action in 2 weeks in San Antonio at the Techport.
Beautiful arena.
Amazing venue.
Yeah.
That is going to be Fury FC 102. So put it on your calendars right now. Enable your notifications on UFC Fight Pass. You'll get the notification that Fury FC is live. That's how I remember that. Hey, we got work.
Yeah. That's how we know we're live. The open comes on, and we're in the bathroom.
Thank you for joining us. It's been a fun night of fights. Judges have calculated everything up. Wayne Leggett is heading inside with that beautiful jacket on. Shout out to Waleed Kirzada, our official wardrobe provider here on Fury FC on UFC Fight Pass. And look at Wayne looking sharp as always. Let's see how the judges scored this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by the Cock of the Walk, Warbringer Whiskey. All 3 judges score the fight 29-28, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, El Bisonte, Kevin